All right, today we're going to be looking at section 4.1, polynomial functions. What we're going to be doing is classifying the type of polynomial function it is by its degree, leading term, leading coefficient, and some other properties. Down here you can see a little description, and then you see some actual polynomial functions. These are a few of the basic ones you'll see. Linear will make a straight line. A constant is just a number. It shows you the variable x to the 0 power. Anything to the 0 power is 1, and so you just be multiplying 3 times 1. So it's just a constant. They show you the degree, which you need to be familiar with. The degree is the highest exponent in that equation. So if there's only one x, there's an understood 1 as an exponent, and then in the other examples they have the degree highlighted in red, but that tells you the degree. So once you figure out the degree, which one is the biggest degree, then you can find the leading term. So the degree is the biggest exponent. The leading term is that whole thing, the number in front of it, and that one. So you can kind of see those listed, and then the leading coefficient corresponds to the number out front of that leading term. In addition to classifying the polynomials, we'll try to find the zeros or the x-intercepts. Both of those are the same. Okay, x-intercepts, they just write it as an ordered pair. The x value and zeros, they just tell you the numbers. So there's some examples there. We will also try to determine end behavior with the leading term test, determining if the left end will be going up or down, and the same thing for the right end, will that be going up or down. So we'll look at a few examples of that here. So what you'll notice, it says even degree. So like if you have an x squared, x to the 4th, x to the 6th, x to the 10th, anything with a even exponent, both endpoints will go in the same direction. They will either both go up or they will both go down. The way that you determine if they will go up or down is the sign out front. Positive, they will go up. Negative out front, they go down. So even degrees both go the same direction. Odd degrees, they go opposite direction. So the right side goes up, left side go down. So it's increasing from left to right. That's positive, like a positive slope. If it's negative, it's going down from left to right. So the left side is up, right side is down. So odd degrees, they're going to be going in opposite direction. Positive is going to go up from left to right. So the right side is up, the left side is down. If it was negative, the left side will be up, right side will be going down. Here's just a visual that ties all that together, because we'll be answering that here in my math lab. And then other than that, I think they just have a few examples. Sometimes they will give us the zeros and we'll have to work backwards and write the polynomial. So you take the zeros and we'll put it in linear form. So like they tell you zeros are, do they do that here? So just think about it like this. If I gave you zeros, we would work backwards and set it equal to 0. So you change that sign, working backwards. You get x plus 3. From x equals -1, you get x plus 1. X minus x equals 2, you get x minus 2. Work backwards, put them in linear form and multiply them, and you might have to give the polynomial working backwards. But zeros and x-intercepts are the same. And then we talk about multiplicity of a number. Look at this example. Multiplicity requires or talks about how many times a 0 occurs. So x minus 1 has a multiplicity of 2 because of that power 2. And the same is said about x plus 2 has a multiplicity of 2. This tells us whether the graph crosses at that number or not. So if k is odd, which is talking about that multiplicity, then it crosses at that number. If k is even, it's tangent or flattens out. So it may just touch and turn around. See how these kind of touch? That's referring to those zeros. So it doesn't actually cross the line, it touches and turns around. And then I got some more examples. Factoring. Do some modeling examples and word problems. And I think that's going to be it. So we're going to be looking at classifying polynomials, leading term, end behavior, and finding those zeros. So we'll jump over to my math lab and do a few examples.